If you ask anyone in battle rap about Pass, they'll tell you he's a great from grind time. Most of them will tell you he was incredible against Hollow.
I'll hollow the dawn, I can't even see you, you see through, you hollow, you're gone.
And a lot of them will mention his third round against Arsonal.
What, you did it? That's some white man's puppet shit. What, you did it just to get attention to your public image? That ain't real, raw, or authentic. That's a fucking gimmick. And that night...
But they don't talk about him now in the same way that they'll mention other greats from his era, unless you watched his run in the KOTD S1 tournament. The tournament had an interesting structure. It featured 12 battlers from each region who would have 3 battles against each other to rack up points. The top 4 from each region would then advance to the playoffs. Of the 12, there would be 6 veterans and 6 smaller names, and the matchups would always be a vet versus a newcomer, opening the door for some forgotten names to re-establish themselves and newer guys to make a name for themselves. Pass wasn't originally in the tournament, but when Jag was disqualified for no showing his first battle, Pass stepped in as his replacement. At the time, his last battle was a strong showing against a weak Danny Myers nearly 2 years ago, before COVID, so nobody knew what to expect of Pass in this different environment of nearly empty rooms. We'd already seen many battlers, especially from the older class, look weak without reactions.
Shit might get emotional for me today because you've always been a stan. I watched you become a man, so I'm sorry if my voice gets choppy, y'all. I'm talking to a fan.
Okay.
But in his first battle against F.A.T.E, Pass was quick to show us that he was unaffected.
You said it yourself. You not believable. You right. You live in a facade. He be up at night trying to figure out what's missing from his bars. They believe in F.A.T.E. Look at who they giving them thus far. Jag dropped out and now F.A.T.E just wishing on a star.
As soon as he starts rapping, you realize how perfect this setting is for Pass.
Damn, I know I wasn't hearing that. You wanted me to appear on back, but here's the catch. You said my name 5 times like Candyman, but this shit is not a mirror match. Y'all see?
When you aren't expecting the crowd to react a lot, you pay more attention to how well he's rapping.
He prayed for the best, now F.A.T.E gotta face death. You should probably get in my face less before you face less. Let F.A.T.E step. They'll find his face in his lap like babe sweats.
And even his punchlines sound better just because you're so caught up in the momentum he builds leading up to them.
I heard heaven knock, nigga, so stop faking. F.A.T.E, you was not on the block shaking with pots baking. You straight Earl, you Wayne's World, just talking rock from your mom's basement. I know your pops hate it, nigga.
Pass has also clearly realized that this would happen because he doesn't sell all the wordplay the way you would to a crowd. Instead, he tucks punches into his flow, letting him put together dense stacks of punches that build up into bigger moments.
F.A.T.E said he got more haymakers. Well, I'm a great yes. See, this rookie's straightforward, but I'm a king. We about to play chess. I could teach a lot of master classes. If we boxing cue the tips his breathing stop, he need an apparatus. He got a career, it's like detox, you know, it's absent classics. If this nerd try me, I swing, do the right thing, knock little Spike Lee out them she's gotta have it glasses, nigga.
And if you came out of his first round just thinking that maybe he could do okay in this era, the second lets you know that you're still underestimating him.
I said, watch this, I'm omnipotent. I'm not finished, this a bomb ticking, cause God listening, I'm in my prime, this mind your mental or die witnessing. I took an oath like a mob membership. I'm not religious, but I find wisdom beside ignorance. Sending this demon bitch to meet God, the divine feminine. My mind intricate. Hold up, 2-minute rounds. Boy, I need 5 minutes. Why you trying to limit it? I'll kick that hourglass over sideways. My time infinite. Hold up.
I remember when I was watching this at the time, the most striking part to me was how little Pass seemed to address his opponent, and how refreshing it felt, especially in contrast with F.A.T.E style, which is good, but very much throws the wordplay in your face.
Then like a DUI, I get my swerve on. Then I'm about to smash, you know, skirt off. Cause you know you about to smash when she get to taking her skirt. Look lush.
Especially in this judged format, where there's a tendency to pack in punches and name flips so that you don't get criticized for feeling too generic, you really miss great rapping.
I really just wanted to rely on the raps and my style and just do what I wanted to do, which always is what makes the best moments for me, is when I'm just finna say what I want to say. I'm just finna say the thing.
I ain't never had to be loud and cocky. Still the crowd is watching. I'm plugged in with divine light. Shine bright. That kind of power shocking. Wow, you got me. Oh yeah, just a nigga from Oakland. But it feel like Denver, the views are round and rocky. I studied hieroglyphics as fate, how it's a mountain godly. It's lonely at the top. This pyramid is just a pile of bodies, nigga. Got his conscience out his body like a mushroom high when the cap kicking. The gas lit, then the path shift. Graphic visions lasted a minute, made his ass sit like a tab hit.
As he takes the clear win, Pass sets up a lot of what you're going to see through this tournament. Vintage, veteran performances that remind you of why people loved the old era of battle rap so much, when people were more focused on who raps better without packing in your typical battling elements like name flips or overemphasizing your wordplay or 4-bar segments.
It's the combination of watching people like Juice, Idea, in that whole era, because that shit, you know what I'm saying, rest in peace Idea, all of that was about like doing two things. It was like battle rap was only like two things really. Rapping way better than dude or just embarrassing him. And so for me, those have been the things that like resonated with me the most, and so that's like what I'm always trying to do. So I'm trying to just fuse that together.
But he doesn't just rap like the old school, which we did see a few people do in this tournament.
You offered who wreck? Dot in your face. You gon' think they offered you Rex. He boring at best. Talking about don't talk me to death. Anyway, bitch, you got 2 women. You get talked to death every day.
Instead, he stacks this bigger focus on his rapping with the newer age concept of targeting opponents more directly and using his experience to find grander ways to do it.
I said, you just here to do what you can. I'm here to uphold a legacy. And those who rely on fate and those who get up and control their destiny.
I didn't love the scoring system for this tournament. Without going into detail, its design meant that you got fewer points if you had a close classic battle than if you were okay and your opponent choked every round. So it felt like being good didn't matter as much as your opponent being bad. But Pass got 145 points out of a possible 150, which should show you how dominant a win this was. He enters the next battle against Cali Smoov with no more questions around his performance. This would be his final battle before playoffs because Active had dropped out of the tournament before Pass could face him. And Pass just continues to be vintage.
Would you just say in the last round you cut from the cloth, nigga? What kind of cloth? See, now we gotta measure, cause this like cashmere, tough as wool, you know, stocky leather. This a more sloppy texture, weak material, soft as cotton and cheap as polyester. I'm back. I'm in this. No.
In the first round, he morphs a line into a rebuttal of something Smoov had said to him.
Oh, what? You said I'm old, you look like a youngin'? Wait till I give him this cold blade. Carving out lines in his face like old age. Like, nigga, who the...
It's a tactic that battlers used to use more often to feed into the belief that they're freestyling everything. And even when you know that's what they're doing, you still have to be impressed with the presence of mind and talent that goes into editing your round on the fly without losing your place. And he really carries himself like an old school legend throughout when he's rapping. From the dismissiveness towards his opponent.
Nigga, who the fuck is Cali Smoov? Cali Smoov? Whenever a nigga from LA just claimed LA and not a specific neighborhood, I automatically assume that he a valley dude.
To the way he easily diffuses Cali's high energy.
I'm really him. I'm really him. I do this every time, nigga. I do this every time. Fuck is this nigga talking about? I got it once a year, nigga. I do this every time.
Come down to this.
Hey, you okay, bro?
Not to mention, he follows this moment up with a simple, direct rebuttal that further shows he knows that he doesn't need to try to win.
I never sent you that feature, my nigga. Yeah, I know. I heard that. Your music sucks, my nigga. It's not hate, it's criticism, and you deserve that. My ears work. That's why I never sent you that verse back. I know you heard it.
And again, he's using his rapping ability to heighten his wordplay and build big moments.
This nigga did 6 PGs for free. No bag. That's astonishing. What a whack-ass accomplishment. Why is it all of these wannabe smack rappers confident? I really smack rappers confident. I'll make that slap look good. Now that's a backhanded compliment.
He steamrolls through this battle, going through with 144 points to net the 3rd seed from the West. So now, in the first round of the playoffs, he's up against Clone, the 2nd seed from the South, and the 5th highest scoring battler in the entire tournament. Clone's known as a great puncher who raps pretty well, which you might think is the exact kind of battler who could beat Pass. And it seems like Pass might have realized this as well, because he's really stepped his pen up for this one, targeting Clone with extremely creative approaches.
Pure substance, your fungus just growing into more nothing. We gotta cut Clone. We need originality back to battle rap. We got enough clones. This Clone, you just a copy of another copy, you poor, sloppy, and cheap, and now I'm more godly. This Salvador Dali versus Dolly the sheep, and you ain't even...
I will say that he slightly overcooks in the 3rd. He does this thing where he's battling himself and then ending it with...
You don't get it either? Well, if you're not listening, then it doesn't help. They got me in front of a clone. This whole season I've been battling my fucking self.
And it works really well when you get it. But if you don't, which I admittedly didn't until this rewatch for this video, it does really just feel like he lied about Clone battling Briz.
You see how you lost the words, then you lost to Briz? Well, you better face it. You was at a loss for words and you hesitated. You said if you ever get that chance, don't ever waste it. But this 100K shit, fuck Briz. You got kids, this really how you construct your wealth.
He used a whole angle about me battling Briz. I never battled Briz Rothstein.
I've also mentioned this other thing earlier, but I've been waiting to get to this battle to really cover it. Pass talks about himself way more than any other battler would in a tournament setting.
Try flexing a little, you would get pressed in the interview. That's an open mind. I meant this literal. I kick it with professional criminals. It got its pros and cons.
It's a bold risk that I wouldn't have expected to have any upside, since judges are way more likely to say that you stuffed around with filler if you talk about yourself than if you just pack your material with a lot of punches, even if they're not relevant to your opponent. But it's been extremely effective throughout the tournament, and in particular in this one, because at this point it's refreshing to hear someone just talking themselves up when everybody else in the tournament is trying to squeeze out 3 rounds of just calling the other person trash in a way that hasn't been said in the last few months of this tournament. I think Emerson Kennedy describes this feeling best.
Battle rap switched for me personally in the last like 4 or 5 years, which I'm getting kind of tired of what you'll do to your opponent.
Right.
I will favor who you are.
Right.
So anytime it verbs like, crackheads used to steal antennas, I'm used to static. That's colder to me than anything you're gonna be like, I'm gonna shoot you, punch you, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm like, tell me something about yourself. I fuck with that.
There are a lot of rounds that you'll sit through and then realize that you've learned nothing more about the person who rapped it. Because battle rap encourages you to talk as much as possible about your opponent, it's hard to tell people who you are. So when someone does tell you who they are, assuming they've done it well, you tend to connect with them more.
This is Oakland's finest. My old environment was so violent. Kids growing up and get murked with no guidance. Then there's funerals and whole sobbing the whole time. Then folks showed up going berserk, throw up the turf, even in soul mobbing. Hit some donuts in a hearse, slowed up, drove up to the church, hop out. That's how you ghost ride it. That's how we cope by.
Pass is also very deliberate about how he talks about himself. It's always about how good a rapper he is and the era he's from.
I'm from the era they trust.
And to further showcase that identity he carries, you notice that even a lot of his attacks are breaking down his opponent's rap style.
This is how you rap. My guns be enormous. He talks slow. Give him a shell for how this bum speaking toward us. That's how you rap. Now this how you rap. I'd be down to fight you, but I would never call this clown a rival. You just jumped up in this race and found your idol. Now you just running in place. They found your idol.
And Pass came out of this one with the unanimous judges' decision, everyone giving him the 2nd and 3rd rounds. And so Pass advanced to the quarterfinals, where he would have one of my favorite battles from the tournament against Ciddy, who was the North region's #1 seed. Ciddy is another battler whose main talent is his rapping ability.
For sure. Well, my name is my name. I put numbers on the board. Shit is Nickelodeon if we rumble in the war. I'll get Alex Max till I see a puddle on the floor.
Which is why this battle became so replayable. As you're watching this, you realize it's actually crazy just how good Pass is, because he makes you start seeing flaws in Ciddy's performance. Like, you notice Ciddy using awkward phrases to fit his rhyme scheme.
You getting damaged, man, so you about to vanish, fam,
because Pass just never does that. Or Ciddy's material feels clunkier and more rigid because he's sticking more to a 4-bar format than Pass.
You never had a chance. Salty and the Zataran going overboard, or you Sonic in the Avalanche. Rifle from a range hitting Alex voice if I Pakistan. Clap, pass out in the crowd. Michael Jackson fan.
This nerd seemed like the type to code switch with his words and his speech, go from the burbs to the streets wherever it benefited. You know, you get the same message, but he said it different depending if the setting fitted. But this dork could never convince us he was ever in the trenches with it. Switching your dialect changes definitions, he never meant it. And in that life, just fixing your grammar can never get you a better sentence. What?
You also, again, get to see more of Pass, even while he's attacking his opponent.
No city roadblock stopping his traffic, let the cops add it up. Top damager can never break down these bars. That's not adequate. Do city filthy, like the city of Philly sent bombs after you. Now move. Last time we seen city on fire, R.I.P. John Africa. I ain't even hit my...
They don't know what that
Go. Google that, nigga. Google that shit.
Because he didn't go for the low-hanging fruit with his city name flips, he's able to come up with material that shows you what he's about. And because he knows his opponent's strength, Pass also steps up his rapping even more for this one.
Listen, partner, this a profit. Skip the props, this for profit. Where I'm from, they was hitting licks and robbing to get a quick deposit, busting the glass and breaking into cars to get their Christmas popping. Oakland and Frisco mobbing. Yeah, in the Bay, that's called bipping. My little homie call it window shopping. You nondescriptive.
Ciddy's approach for this battle was to start each round on 10 and keep that energy up throughout.
Shit is ominous. If I'm in this, I'm hot on the run. Hand in hand like Jigga when the volume is one. Never running out of rounds. We can rhyme if you want. Tinker Hatfield. I had 3 designed from the jump. You be.
In contrast, Pass paces his rounds out, sometimes sitting in silence for quite a while.
You right. I got an album on the way. It's called Flowers, full of rare wisdom. Now, flowers means respect. For what it's worth, I'ma share it with them. We all come from dirt, but this where it hit them. You could either give it up while you walking on this earth or get buried with him.
But that means he's able to heighten his biggest moments because he has so much room to build.
I'm in hustle mode. They was alienated. I came to the mothership with a mother load. City, I take you on another road. A place where your deepest thoughts will become exposed when I push whatever's in the back of your mind up to your frontal lobe.
And he raises his intensity so fluidly that you're just along for the ride.
I'm gonna be real blunt with something. This is a real tough discussion. I hate when you do that thing. You rhyme 29 syllables trying to sound lyrical, but it sound nonsensical. We don't feel nothing from it. Oh my God. That structure get our attention, but it still wasn't busting. It never jumps off like Trump wall had all that build up for nothing.
And Pass puts on a clinic in the third. I don't even want to talk about it, just watch these clips.
Pay attention, please. Yeah. You want to know how to keep your bars in sync, so I thought I could teach how to make your rhymes connect and make sense. That should be the target at least. This the blueprint, I could charge them a fee. I do this without having any of the rhyming words in the main bars repeat, and it hit hard when it peaks. So learn something off some shit I wrote when I was sparking the leaf. You ready? Okay, I started to peak. What? I said, big dog, you wouldn't park up a tree when I'm off of the leash. I catch you in your car with a piece, but he caught in his sleep and he dropped his guard. Now it's too far for the reach. I don't think city permitted for this spot. He getting parked in the street. So you dying with these scars, that's a mark of the beast. And it's a monster in that water like a shark on a beach. Starving, looking for body parts off a carcass to feast. So I'm bringing a new meaning of being armed to the teeth. What, nigga?
It should be noted that Ciddy mentions he was hospitalized for COVID in the lead up to the battle.
I was trapped in my room fighting COVID. A staff member actually knew. I caught it in the last battle. It's the actual truth. I couldn't walk, couldn't talk, couldn't practice for you. I lost 20-something pounds and I had to regroup. I got admitted. My veins was attached to a tube. I needed air. I was gasping, confused, because I had trouble breathing. Now I'm gonna make it happen to you.
Which definitely hindered his ability to prepare, but it's hard to imagine past losing this battle even if Ciddy had stayed healthy. So while I really like the battle, it's actually a bit surprising when Lush says the judges were tied and Pass only narrowly won by the fan vote.
We have a tie score with the judges. It's 3-3, and the determining factor was the fan vote. Passwords is moving on to the final.
The judges were a big discussion point throughout the tournament, and you can see Pass hint at his opinion on them in the post-battle interview as well.
Did you feel like that was as close as they made it out to be?
Hey, yo, follow me on Instagram, Pass510, you know what I'm saying? Nah. It was very competitive. I knew that the judging was going to be split like that. But I also felt like I knew that I won.
As I said before, a style like his isn't designed to win over live judges, but he's still going. And past his semifinal battle has a bit of history to it.
Look, he's been calling you out for years, like on cam, in battles. There's been like, so has Shotti been on your radar as a result of that, or?
In this tournament, yeah, 100%. We done throwing shots at each other kind of in, you know, like, it was a while ago, like 2015, 16 type shit. You know, he said something about me. I went to Detroit, battle JC, said something about him. It never was a battle that got booked or really made sense, like, to me necessarily, like, at any given time or whatever, but, yeah, I think it's going to be dope.
Shotti P has been a smaller name for years, but he's been on a strong run through the tournament that Past now has to step in front of.
He told Frenchie he cooking bricks in the air fryer. That'll get your dumb ass put in the trunk like a spare tire. We grew up with them pots. Hit the block and report to the stove. King Arthur at the round table, a sword in the stones. Oh man, you a lame nigga.
Unfortunately for Shotti, that also means he has to get in the way of Pass's run as well.
You just told me last month, Pass, I'm a really big fan. Boy, you a little secret, insecure hater on the inside, and this why you was dissing me. You can't talk down when you looking up. This bitch gotta be kidding me. How you trying to belittle me when you been trying to belittle me? P slipping right now. When I hear y'all say you still pushing P, it already sound old. What is this?
Talk to this nigga.
He come around, the crowd get bored, stuck and stiff. Y'all really pushing P? Me too, off a fucking cliff.
You get to see Pass's more tactical side in this one. Shotti has a slogan with a very unique position.
But I knew I had the better style. Nigga, I'm from 7 miles, so you know it get even more disrespectful in my second round. Yeah.
He has to say that at the end of his first round to build anticipation for the second round. The way it works is that if his first round is strong, then he's hyping the crowd up, saying that he basically hasn't even gotten serious yet. But because it has to be in the first, and then the personal round has to be in the second, Pass is able to set up an attack that gets points whether he goes first or second. As it happens, Pass goes first, so he opens by calling attention to the slogan.
He get disrespectful in his second round.
Yeah.
Okay. Bitch, soon as I step in, the venue lit. I don't wait for the second to disrespect. Fuck you, your bitch, your family, and the friends you with. This one for the books. He getting taxed, so let's get into it.
He leaves the topic after this, but it sows the seeds for Pass to come back to it in the next round, directly after Shotti has actually said the slogan. But if Pass had gone second, this opener would have been a direct response to the way Shotti ended his round, elevating it either way. And then Pass starts his second round, clowning the slogan even harder. And that's now acting as a direct response to the slogan.
He said he get disrespectful in his second round.
But if it had come after Shotti's second, it would have instead diffused the whole personal round by just making it sound stupid.
Disrespecting, what does Shotti mean? You just use personal info for shock value because your rap skill by yourself never got you seen. You done turned into shade room Shotti, bitch, you a gossip queen. That's why they be skipping your verse. You want to get personal, I just want to get to the purse. You can't check my background on the net, clicking and searching, you take a trip in a hearse. Come to the soil, learn the truth, my roots is thick in the turf. And you will find yourself buried while you digging for dirt.
That's always been my bag.
Yeah.
It's like, how can I make this person look as shitty as possible standing next to me?
And alongside this, you still get incredible rapping.
He still don't know how to stop me. This is an experiment I tried to copy. Cold broken, soul open, spirit lift is out of body, ghost floating without a body. All that's left is a hollow body. You treat this rap shit like a childish hobby. I turn 34 next week, grown man, closed in, silent, watch me. They said there's no country for old men till I silence Shotti. Come on!
Through the course of this tournament, Pass has really mastered the style of almost finding the rhyme scheme as he's getting to the punchline.
Now will Shotti shoot? Probably not. He jammed up, and when the barrel smoke, Shotti hot. Hands up, guard just 16 by the 90 clock. His diamonds dropping, his time just getting rocky watch. Sewn up, cannot be stopped. Froze up, body lock. Bone thugs, body rock. Stone gloves, body rock. Chalk outline, body on the block. The way I draw got me stopped. Drop a shell, paint the wall. I'm John Michel Basquiat. Come on, you can't stand.
And when he's at his best, he gets so precise that you're almost as impressed with the setups as you are with the bars.
But fuck that. What I said demented. Run it back. What I said demented. Everybody in your crew, whack me. What's the next objective? Kill everything in the zoo faculty. Call the pet detective. Your head get rocked. Protect your neck. But with the left connected, but it's a gem that left him necklace. School of hard knock professor never tested, he get an F for effort. He'll buckle up, bubble up, liquefied, effervescent, existential, every set essential like fear of God, extra S's. They got
I've been trying to make this point this whole video, but Pass just says it for me here.
This the best I ever been.
So it only makes sense when Pass gets a 5-2 decision, including the fan vote. And again, pay attention to what one of the judges who went against Pass said.
Even though Pass is a GOAT and he really got in his bag, I feel like, again, it's a battle. It's not a cipher. He was talking a lot about how great he is, you know, how much, you know what I mean? But Shotti had more pass bars per punch kind of thing directly towards Pass, in my opinion.
It's a very reasonable opinion, especially when you have the pressure of deciding who has a chance at winning $100,000, but it's again a reminder that Pass is fighting every battle uphill, and he's now reaching the final hurdle. The bill collector is a different beast. He's probably the only battler to have gone through a more dramatic change than Pass in this tournament. Just take a look at how he used to rap.
But the gun bars, y'all believe it? He out of shots and gets an extra clip from Jesus.
And how he's rapping here.
Trying to act bad like Tyrese and waist deep? I'll twist a old head top like Jay-Z. Say, P, I'm schooling you without music. Cool, I'm not here to glee with you. It's supposed to be up like jean zippers. You try and get past me, nigga, it's tricky past flea flicker.
And unlike Pass, his style is tailor-made for judges, packing and cascading wordplay at such a high rate that you almost overwhelm people into choosing you.
I'm so strapped up, the stroller mad. This Joker brung so many guns two-face, Bruce Wayne wouldn't go to bed. 5-car Texas couldn't hold them back. Nickelodeon wouldn't show the splat. When the camera panned back downward, doggy flat as a yoga mat. Work.
And somehow, despite Bill only showing us the style from the start of S1, he already seems to have it mastered. As we get into the rounds, Pass's first is honestly probably one of his weakest in the entire tournament. He still raps well.
You write raps in pink paint. Guess what? My ink blank, because I was really gonna kill you today. You should probably tell my shrink thanks. Bottle pop the side of your head. Bottle pop the side of his head. All he hear is clink, clank. Stripes, it's official. Blow the whistle if you bring bank. Penny for your thoughts. Drop a nickel in his think tank. I'm better than him.
But most of his segments are just building up to a Bill name flip, and there isn't a lot more to them.
Floating past due bill. It's a past due bill. KO. Lights out like a past due bill.
And as a result, his material feels less dense than Bill's first round, which also has a lot of name flips that don't have much substance behind them.
He tried to trade shots with Bill Cosby and now passes out.
But Bill just stacks more wordplay up in the same amount of time. Pass also runs into clever counterplanning. Not too long before the battle, Bill had been featured on a big Instagram page for buying an expensive fake watch. Because it got a lot of engagement, Pass had actually opened his first round talking about it.
Then you posted a fake ass watch and acted like you did it on purpose because you got caught in a lie on the gram. Fake watches, unlimited rounds, boy, you got way too much time on your hands.
But Bill uses the fact that Pass mentioned the watch for his opener, which gets him extra points early on.
It's April Fools, and you done made me an April's fool.
Okay. The price I paid for you, I kind of figured you was fake, but dude. Okay.
To be honest, I don't personally care for the actual material that Bill had.
And you blow big franks if you think I ain't about to order more than bitch. Yeah!
But even without that, I think Bill clearly takes the first round. And if you're a Pass fan, you're starting to wonder whether Bill's style is actually just too much for him. But then Pass gets into his second, and you wonder why you doubted him at all.
I said, I don't believe his buzz. Confiscated. I gotta see the drugs. Screen the plug. That's product placement. You a lame too.
The first thing I noticed is that he's hiding the punchline better this round.
Boy, I'm at your grill whenever. Your screws loose, I get the drill and check you like a field inspector. I was raised by a strong black woman. I know how to push a line on any kind of bill collector and make them feel the pressure. This is art.
He doesn't end on the name flip, he puts it into the middle of the line, even extending the rhyme scheme beyond it. That kind of writing is what elevates his bars, and it's what was missing in the first round. He's also picking more interesting ways to flip Bill's name again.
Air his head. He used to being stupid. This is my class. It's mine absent. That's truancy for students. Excuse me, I'm losing it truly. I'm usually the smoothest. It'll be rude of me to do it. Them tips for Bill, automatic, gratuity included. You want
and even his cadence is just way better this round. In fact, even when he's doing the thing where he's finding the rhyme scheme as he raps, his material feels much tighter than it did earlier in the tournament.
Big deal, I'm a renegade. Get that clipper feel, make him sit still when he get the fade. Spin feeling, he hit away. Spin feeling, he hit away. Skin peel when I stick a blade down his jug. Drown in blood, give him fish gills, he can swim for days. Yeah!
In contrast to how light the first round was, this one really feels like he's writing it to win a tournament, and it gives Bill a lot to contend with. But there is a little snag right before Pass ends his round.
You be beyond recognition. Get a halo when the light see you. Keep this little north down.
They're not even stumbles, and for most battlers, you don't even notice slip-ups these minor, but for somebody as flow-heavy as Pass, they disrupt the momentum just enough to be really jarring. And again, they give judges a reason to say that there's a slight dip, especially when they happen at the end of your round. Bill's pacing also drills into these chinks because he stacks wordplay up so much that you don't have time to sit with any of it individually.
Now you could run away or I could coach you if you stuck there. Cause you don't take off with the spirit we want here. He can't keep the lines moving from the gate, and I'm the one clear. We be bored and Pass be the reason. I can't front here.
And he also drops bar of the battle in this round.
While the car's still moving. Disrespect. I'm saying I can shoot, pass, and drive. I'm a triple threat.
But to me, there are a lot of duds that take away from this round. Some bars feel like old dad jokes.
Because my patience is fucking short. Midget sex. I'm throwing.
And he has a really long pocket of nothing that builds up to a really weak pass flip.
This bag we getting, bruh's big. I played out a crafted business for my kids. Generational wealth. Teach them early how to grind and stack cash. Be upfront with your people, no globetrotting. Meaning don't go behind the back pass. No time to...
And when Pass is someone whose main talent is making those kinds of pockets feel really good to listen to the extent that he actually wins points off of the strength of his setup sometimes.
You are lame to me. Game goofy. We all watching the same movie. I'm shooting you and everyone that's been with you from the beginning like my name Cootie. Wait, Cootie's... Wait. Cooties under your skin, chicken pox, shots. I'm back with a purpose. Hit up your circle, dot, well, I'm just scratching the surface.
Bill really can't afford to have any of these moments. There's also a weird point where he tries to defend against an angle that he's faced a lot in the tournament.
They got a spectacular budget. Oh, but Bill rap like daylight. You thought it was that when it wasn't.
And it's just bad, because he's the one who's introduced this idea to the battle, but he also didn't say anything to counter it. Like, all he said was nuh-uh, and then he just went on to something else. It's not even something that a judge might dock you for because he does it so quickly, but it's just more dead air, which is especially damning for someone whose style is basically stream of consciousness wordplay. Even the final line just feels like a throwaway. There's no substance in it.
About to leave passwords looking crazy like an apple suggested.
Ultimately, even though Bill had the biggest moment from the battle in this round, I see it as a clear win for Pass. So it's 1-1 going into the third, and then Pass puts on his backpack.
Oh, you want the old Pass? Y'all asked for this. Oh, this for the bag? I'm about to trip, man. Let me get in my bag for this shit.
The moment is a real culmination of how much he's been saying that he's a legend from back in the day throughout the tournament, and no doubt fueled by his past opponents mentioning the backpack as well.
I remember you was backpack rapping, it was fucking weak. Literally, you wore a backpack like a fucking geek.
And it was the right decision, because he hits God mode.
This the end. Leg clap. Hit your friend. Head cap. Fitted brim. For 2 years I stepped back. This might get back. Listen in. Put a couple L's together for a W, then flipped again. I'm about to get the M. You got it.
I wanted to show this in particular because I think it better illustrates the problem with Bill's material. Conceptually, put a couple L's together for a W isn't new.
2 dubs makes an L.
Yeah. 2 dubs. Wait.
2 L's make a dub. You see that backwards.
But Pass couches the line in so much other material that comes together so well that the final punch gets more leeway. You don't always need to say the best, most creative punchlines to win, but if you're not doing that, you need to give enough other elements to make that argument. When you're just jamming wordplay into your material, any weak material feels much more jarring, in the same way that a small slip up for Pass is more damaging than it is for Bill. But back to this round, Bill's failed defense hurts him here, because because Pass brings up Bill's style, and now you can directly compare, and Pass comes out very far ahead.
Said Bill got an inventive pen, but y'all acting like he invented pens. Boy, I remember when we knew you was a weirdo with antics, acting different and playing gimmicks in. Now you stacking rapping triplets because it fit the trend. Boy, if this kind of pure skill was really in him, he would have did it then. Now all of a sudden, now what, all of a sudden you a lyrical miracle rapper? Boy, it's clearer than Casper. It's all gas, bacteria crafted to make him appear as a master. But if it's no... right there! Let's go! All gas, bacteria crafted to make him appear as a master. But if there's no substance, how can his material matter?
Unfortunately for Pass, one line does backfire.
Think about Bill's best bars. I dare you to go quote it. Besides that little bit of flow in him is so bogus. No meaning, no soul in him. Y'all don't notice how you got all of this momentum in no moments. Yeah.
Saying that right after Bill landed the line of the battle does undercut Pass's overall angle a bit, and I think you can kind of see a bigger theme by now of Bill overall anticipating Pass's approaches better. Because you have this, the watch, and I even think Pass may have expected Bill to have an angle about him being an old school legend, the way that other people did, and the backpack was meant to come off as a direct response to it, but Bill never did that. But all that being said, this round is some of the best material that Pass has ever delivered.
Come on. I'm in a field where even the coldest shooters know what it means to feel scared. Can't be soft on them corners for a bread loaf, they kill squares. Yeah. My homie used to spin the block, now we spin in a wheelchair.
There's a quality that the best battlers have in their greatest moments, where they make you forget that there is anyone else on stage. They've commanded your full attention, and you're just sitting in the moment. And Pass knows that's exactly what this is.
My growth natural like real hair. My bro deuce, he a producer, peel pears. Got no juice, the fridge feel bare. Advil, pill care, this rap skill feel rare. I can't chill, got them all at a standstill. Damn, Bill, you still there?
That Bill, you still there? Like somebody ever say something to you in the battle and like you genuinely feel stupid, but you gotta keep yourself together because you don't want to react on camera.
Still here, but
I genuinely felt stupid. Like he was like, "Damn!" I'm wondering what the fuck he talking about. I'm like, "What the fuck is he talking about?" He rapping. Damn, Bill, you still there? I was like, I was like, this motherfucker.
And in contrast, Bill's third just falls flat to me. There were a few really nice pockets.
The way I raised this kid, it don't take a village. 38, give him the special treatment like your favorite children. Or I put the 9 to work like Asian children. Nah!
But on the whole, I just felt like he had a lot of nothing. And to clarify this, I'd like to take a look at one segment where he does a politics scheme.
If my House Senate you get your veto, remember that. Remember that. I'll bring your campaign when I let off lead empty strap.
And then he ends it with a pretty weak line.
Once Bill get the pass, I leave his party red. I'm a Democrat.
It is just factually wrong, but even if Democrats were red, I struggle to see what he's saying here at all. It just feels like wordplay for the sake of it. It's never brought to a point to show why Bill decided to give us a scheme about politics instead of any other topic, and I'll admit, I've also just heard a lot of past flips going over all of these battles, so most of them at this point just blend together for me, especially when so many of the ones in this round just feel like light jabs.
These niggas thought they broke it up for round. Then I get back to this bust and give pass to Cavassier.
I personally have Pass clearly winning the battle in the second and third rounds, and I honestly can't see the other side, but Kichi did put forward an argument that makes sense.
For me, Pass was dope. But I felt like that he was just, it was like that first round, he was too cool for me. He like by second and third pass, but it's like now the first, you start
playing catch up,
energy.
like, yeah.
But now if we got 6 rounds,
I started
and he gave
on
you
the
3
energy.
rounds of energy, and he gave you 2, you down 1.
And regardless of what I think, the judges gave the battle to Bill Collector 5-1, and he deserved the win just as much as Pass for the amount of work he'd put into this tournament. He and Pass had both undergone a transformation for this tournament, and while Pass decided to double down on a style that shouldn't get a lot of judged wins, Bill chose a style that has every reason to get a judge's vote. Bill was simply the smarter strategist for the tournament, and it paid off in dividends. But don't let that make you think Pass did all this work for nothing. There were even small things that he did in the tournament, like linking every battle together.
I told y'all in my last battle, it's lonely at the top. This pyramid is just a pile of bodies. And now my mind's scoping. third eye open, Illuminati Poppy. Now, my last battle, I talked about the Akis, the Anunnakis, and the prophets to y'all. I learned a lot from the gods. In the final hour, I believe in a higher power, but I'm not Islamic at all. Last time I told y'all, this whole season I've been battling myself as nobody else. I'm going up respectfully. So my only competition is my own public legacy. And I break down my ops today so small it just looks like it's nothing next to me. The whole sound is shitty. This season prepped me for a fake Oakland. My last 3 opponents balanced with me. Cause can't none of y'all get a win trying to clone a Cali city. They know you. Last battle I said I outlined bodies like Basquiat arrangements. Now it's flashbacks, drawing different, abstract pictures got created. Discombobulated face look like something Picasso painted.
That don't even really play into any specific battle being good, but elevate his performance as a whole. The biggest reason I wanted to talk about his tournament run is because I think the loss at the end made people forget how big an impact this period had in reminding old fans who he is and letting new fans know what he can do.
That's the goal of this season, was to just be like, hey, listen, before I entered, I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to get in and really let people know how I get down, you feel me?